Hey, hello everyone. How are you all today? We have completed teaching aptitude, and it is the time to start for research aptitude. So, all the people who are new to this particular channel, welcome, and you can subscribe to my channel named Learning to Learn. This will help you to gain various preparation for examinations like BBA, MBA, MCOM, BCom. I specialize specifically in management related subjects, and I also teach for NTA UGC NET. So this is a brief about me and brief about this channel. All the people जो लोग मुझे already जानते हैं, they know that I am a teacher by profession and I have 6 long years of experience and I love to teach. Research is one of the topics which I really adore, and I like teaching research aptitude. So in research aptitude, we are going to revise the entire research session. So this would be you can say chunked down into various sessions. This entire series will be completely in English. You can get the entire series in Hindi as well. Just go to my channel. If you want the notes, because I have done so much hard work, so much I had put my time, energy, everything into this, I would be taking this at a premium model. So if you want to download the notes, you can send me a request as well as the payment, and I'll share you the notes. One thing this would I personally ask you to do is, when you download the notes, just don't watch the notes in your mobile. Take that particular PDF to your photocopy person, or the local photocopy person, or the local printout person. Ask him to print out the notes, and once the print is done, you can either spiral it or just put a stapler. And whenever you're reading these lectures, have the notes with you in hand. This will help you to retain your concepts in a more better manner, because the longer you read the notes, the longer you put time in it, the longer you'll be able to remember it. So it is very important for you to understand at least this much, that reading is not only the way. If you write it down, if you just use every tool you have, that will help you to retain this information is in a more better manner. So I would highly recommend you to write it down. If possible, write the keywords, at least what I'm writing, because keywords will help you to crack this examination very easily. With that said, let's start with the topic. Now, if you need the notes, you can pay and you can buy the notes from me. That was done. So for more details on the notes, you can just text me on WhatsApp, and I'll give you the number. The number is 9265799867. So this is the number. You can WhatsApp me, and I would give you more details about the notes. And if you want the specific classes also, you can mention the same. If there is any problems or any doubts, you can always mention in the comment section, because I do read most of the comments and I try to come up with the solutions that would help you in your examinations, in your future, etc. So let's start with today's lecture. We'll be starting with a very simple topic, that is research. In this particular slide, as you can see, we will be completing objectives of research, research requirements, research characteristics, and what is exactly research. Okay, research in Hindi is also known as shodh. There is a difference between research and invention. If you don't know, that is a very simple thing. Research is to find something new which is already there. You're just what you're doing, you're trying to find something which is already there in the environment, and you're just discovering it. So research is trying to find out something new, whereas when we talk about invention, we are not trying to find something new, we are creating something new. So the examples, the distinct examples for research as well as the invention could be: research is, we found out that there were dinosaurs lakhs of years ago. So how did we do that? We found it through the fossils and the remains, the bones, the structure of the dinosaurs. So what is that? That is just mere research. That there is something which was already there, and I just found out that okay, this thing was existent. So that is a research. But when I talk about a smartphone, a tablet, a mobile, not electricity, telephone, light bulb, all these are invention. These were not found, these were made by people, made by certain scientists. certain people who were curious to make new things, inventors. So that is the basic difference between invention and a research. Research is to find something new, that's it, whereas invention means to create something new. So these two are completely different topics which you need to understand. Now let's start with the research. As you can see on the top yellow corner, I'll just note it down here, this one. Okay, the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions is research. So here what we are going to do, we are going to study, we are going to read, we are going to understand, we are going to find out. So when we do all these things, all these activities to find something new, that becomes our research. So research is finding something new, to uncover the truth, to uncover various concepts, to change the practical concepts which are right now, because many of the things are based on facts, opinions, etc. You need to have a clear understanding or a clear difference between what is a fact, what is an opinion, what is a knowledge, and everything. We are going to do that, don't worry. But now today we'll be focusing on the objectives of the research, the characteristics of research, and research requirements. So first of all, what are research requirements? Research requirements means all these things actually required by a person to do a research. So suppose tomorrow if I think I want to do PhD or I want to become a researcher, there are certain things which are needed. If I don't have those things, I cannot call myself a good researcher. So what are those things which are required? That is the list given exactly here. That is the research requirements. The first one is research oriented. Your approach should always be research oriented. It means that I should be able to have a research overview. I should be curious. I want to know. I should have research oriented mindset. Only then I'll become a good researcher. Suppose if I'm not interested in anything, okay, I don't want to do this, or kya hi ho jayega isse. If I have that kind of attitude, I will not become a good researcher. So to become a good researcher, I need to have research oriented approach, research oriented attitude. That is very important. So that is the first step which is given here. The second is efficient. The person should be very efficient. We should be able to make conclusions. We should be able to draw conclusions, analyze the stuff, collect the data. So there is a lot of work behind the research, and one should be ready to do the work. So if I'm not ready to do the work, or if I don't want to do the work, then it will lead to conclusions. Okay, so you need to be efficient, you need to work very hard, you need to move forward. So that is research. Okay, you need to have an efficient person for the research. You need efficiency in yourself. The next is scientific. Yes, you need to have a scientific mindset as well as a scientific thought. Like every action has a reaction, or everything has a reason. So there is cause and effect relationship everywhere, and we need to find it out. So you should have a scientific mindset, a scientific curiosity, how things work, why did this happen, what is the effect, and everything. So if you have this would actually help you to become a very good researcher, because you're not only trying to understand what the thing is, but why is it, reacting in a certain way, why is it like this in a certain way. So that is called, you can say, scientific mindfulness or scientific thinking. The next is effective. Of course, if you're efficient, you need to be effective first. So that is the difference between effective and efficient. The next is active. Yes, you should be physically and mentally very active. You should know what's going on in the world. You should be able to put long hours into study, because research is something which is not completed in a day or so. If you want to pursue PhD, a proper PhD, if you want to do, you need to have 3 or at least 4 years of your life completely dedicated to that one research, where you're making thesis and concluding, and even explaining that why did I choose this topic, and giving every reason for it. So you need to be very active physically, mentally. You should be rigorous, you should be able to study for long hours, and you should be very passionate about this, because this is going to take a lot of your time and lot of your efforts. So till active we have completed. Just one second. The next one is resourceful. Resourceful means you should be able to use your resources effectively. Even if you have limited resources, with that limited resources, you're going to use it in such an optimum way that it will help you to lead results, to lead the right results. So you should be very resourceful. Using the resources in an efficient manner is one of the basic characteristics or basic requirements of a researcher. Honest, yes, it's not that just like you should be ethically correct. Suppose if somebody gives you money to just write a wrong research paper or just write a fake research paper, that is not ethically true. You did not work for that. You did not find out. You did not analyze the data. You're just writing it for the sake of writing, for the sake of getting money. That is ethically wrong, and one should not do that. One should never practice these kind of things. So what is that? That is honesty. A researcher should have honesty in his work, that whatever I'm going to do, whatever I'm going to publish, there will be n number of people reading that and believing it to be true. So whatever I'm writing in my research paper should be accurate, should be true at least to my knowledge, and I should not give any false hopes or false claims to anyone. So that is one of the most ethical requirement of a researcher, that the researcher has honesty, integrity. The next one is economical. Yes, it will need money. You will have to spend something to do research. You cannot do research free of cost. It will take your time, money and efforts. The last one is religious. Religious here, we doesn't mean that you should belong to a particular religion. No, you should be religious towards your research. You should be very dedicated towards your research. You should understand that research is a thing that I am putting my time, money, efforts, everything in it, and I should be honest towards it. So religious towards the research, religious towards doing the research. So that is what they're trying to mean here. So that are the basic research requirements. So if you have all these characteristics, all these attributes in yourself, then you can become a great researcher in future. Now let's move on to the objectives of research. Objective, also known as aim or goals or the reasons. I could say, if you want to learn objectives or remember objectives in a simple manner, you can just substitute the word objectives with the word why. Why do we research? Or the reason of doing research, the objective of doing research. So while using these small steps, you will be able to learn things and remember things in a very easy manner. So you need to remember that, okay? So objective means why are we doing the research. So let's see, why are we doing any kind of research in science or non-scientific way or whatever. To discover new facts, yes. To know what exactly new is going on, what new things have come into the market, what new things took place. Like the latest example I could give is COVID-19. During the COVID-19 first wave outbreak in India, there was a complete lockdown which led to a lot number of financial problems to various people. And during the second wave, everybody was waiting for the hospital beds and everything. So what is this? This is something new. This is a new fact which came into light. This is a new thing which we are trying to understand. So to discover new facts, to discover new things which were not there in the past. The second is to verify any important or test any important facts. So this is also one of the important things, that we are verifying the facts. Is this facts true? Are whatever said is right or wrong, to verify the original knowledge. So you might have heard of various myths and rumors. The rumors are created, but the rumors can be solved by doing a right type of research. If you are very much you can say aware, like how to do the research, how to find out, how to do the data analysis, you'll be able to differentiate between the myth and the fact. So to differentiate between them and to verify the current knowledge that what you know is true or not, you can do a simple research. So that is the second one, to verify or to test the important facts or the knowledge. The next one is to analyze an event or process or phenomena to identify the cause and effect relationship. So what is cause and effect relationship? It is a simple science. In science, whatever happens, it happens for a reason. It can be any reason. So once you try to find out the cause and effect, that is called the scientific curiosity inside you. When you're trying to find out the cause and effect, you are actually going for a scientific approach. You just want to understand the things logically in the right manner. So here, when I'm talking about the objectives, you need to have a cause and effect relationship. You need to understand why this particular thing has caused that particular thing in action. So there should be a cause and effect relationship which helps you to determine various things, which helps you to make logic out of things, which helps you to reduce your confusion and everything. So that is your to understand the cause and effect relationship. The fourth point, to develop new scientific tools, concepts, and theories. Yes, with research only, we'll be able to get new facts that would lead to new theories, new principles, etc. Fifth one, to find solutions. Yes, to find solution to any problem. So if you have various problems, like you are procrastinating, you're not reading properly, you're wasting your time, you're using too much of social media, then if you realize it yourself, the best thing you can do is, or I also did this, you go to YouTube or you go to Google and you just write down your problem, like I procrastinate a lot, what to do, how to reduce procrastination, how to be more productive, how to study for long hours. There'll be n number of videos, n number of articles on this, and once you start reading those, you'll understand that exactly what is the problem and how to solve it. So this was a simple research done by you on daily basis. In the same way, whatever problems we have, to solve the problem, we do research. Research doesn't mean only searching on Google, no. It is searching everywhere for an answer or for a solution that helps you to solve your problem. So, research is the way, the path where you can actually move forward and solve your problems. So that is also one of the important things. The next last point is to overcome or solve the problems occurring in our daily life. So that is also where research is required. So these are why, the reasons why we do the research. I'm really sorry for the buffer. Okay. Objectives of research refers to the reasons why we are doing the research. Why are we interested in research? What is the need of doing the research? The why factor is the objectives. Research requirements we have done. Now let's go to the characteristics. Characteristics we also call it as features, and Hindi mein we call it visheshtaएं. Okay. If you buy a phone, you want to know its features, like what is the camera, what kind of camera it has, what is the RAM, what is the RAM capacity, what is the memory capacity, and everything. So what you're trying to find out, you're trying to find more details about the mobile which you want to purchase. In the same way, when I talk about characteristics, it can be characteristics of teaching, it can be characteristics of research, it can be characteristics of communication of any subject. I'm trying to find out more about the subject, I'm trying to get more details about the subject. So that is called the characteristics of teaching. Characteristics of research. So let's do the characteristics of research. The first is empirical. Empirical means practical, where you actually experience that thing. So in empirical, what you're doing, you're actually doing the stuff, you're doing the experiment, so that in short you'll get to know that am I getting the right answer, I'm going the right path, am I going to get the same result which was in the past. So that is empirical, means practical, you are actually doing it to gain the experience. So that is empirical in nature. The next one is logical. Yes, there should be a logical of doing a research. Why are you doing a research? There should be a reason, right? So there should be a logical reason of you doing the research. I am from commerce background, okay, and suppose tomorrow I go to university and I say I want to do research on Indian literature. I have no clue, I have no idea what Indian literature is. So what am I going to find out? I don't have any knowledge. That would be a stupidity, or you can say a mistake on my part, that I am choosing a topic of research where I have no idea. What would be better if I do a research on management, on marketing management, human resource management, financial management, because these are the topics I've actually learned. I know about these topics. I have a deeper understanding on the subjects. So what is that? That is logical. Whatever research you're doing, it should be logical in nature. It should not be just because the sake of doing you're doing it. No. The next one is clinical. Clinical here means cyclical. Cyclical here means it's an entire loop. Like If you go for action research, it is plan, act, observe, reflect. So this entire process, when it reflects, then again we need to plan. So it's an entire circle that is going to take place again and again. So it is cyclical in nature. Suppose you did a research on certain topic, the other person will do research on the basis of your research. So this is just going on again and again. So this will go on in future also. The next one is critical. Critical means, which is very, very, you can say, soft. Soft is not the right word. I could say vulnerable. Like in Hindi, may we call it nazuk. It's very, very critical. You have to take very good care. Like if you miss a step, or if you choose a wrong step, your entire research will lead to wrong conclusions. So if you don't want wrong conclusions in your research, if you don't want to do anything wrong, you just have to be very careful while doing the research, while data collection, while analyzing the data, while testing your hypothesis. You should be very careful, because this would lead to results which might not be true, and you might end publishing it. So once you start doing the research, make sure you're very, very careful in the entire research procedure. The next is analytical. You can analyze your results, okay? And once you analyze your results, you can publish your research on various research publications or thesis according to you. So you need to analyze lot number of data. You have to analyze lot number of forms, data, information, etc. Methodological. It includes various methods. It can you can go for a scientific method or non-scientific method depending upon the topic you choose. Replicability. The results should be replicable. Means, suppose if I did a research right now, okay, and I got a result. After doing the same research after 2 days, I should be able to get the similar result or result near to the original result. If my result today and my result day after tomorrow has a big gap or a variation, then there is a problem in research. I might have done something wrong that I'm not able to replicate the results. So replication is very, very important, specifically in scientific research, where once you lead to a certain activity or you lead to a certain result, then next time you're going to do the research, you will have to get the same result, or else it would be of no use. The next is systematic activity. I already told you system includes procedure. So it is a step-by-step activity. You cannot skip the steps. You cannot move forward without taking one step. You have to do all these things by step. Means first you have to go for first step, second step, third step, etc. You cannot skip or jumble or shuffle the steps. That would not be possible. The next is accuracy. Yes, you need to maintain a level of accuracy in your findings. If you're just finding random things and publishing, it doesn't make any sense. You have to be very accurate with your data collection, analyzing the data, concluding the same, and many more. The last one is creates a path of generating new questions or generating new research. So once you have done research, that research would lead to next 10 questions. That 10 questions will lead to 10 research, and those 10 research will lead to further questions. So always remember that one research would lead to another research. One research would lead to another findings, another questions. So this is how research goes on. Fine. So this is the first slide. I think it would be like a bit of heavy for you. So you just can go wash your face and come back for the second topic. And I will be uploading more. So make sure you read that. Just go through this entire slide once again. If you have any problems, make sure you mention it in the comment section. And if you like something about my video or don't like, just mention it so that I come to know what exactly are the problems you people are facing and what can I do to solve those problems. Okay, so that's it for today. Take good care of yourself. Study hard, everyone. Bye.